Hi, I'm Ishan Babsar and I'm going to be making watermelon caviar as part of my science project. And so to make this I'm going to need boiled watermelon juice, an empty bowl, 500 milliliters of tap water, and another bowl of tap water. I'm also going to need 5 grams of calcium lactate, 2 grams of sodium alginate, slotted spoons, a syringe, and an immersion blender. So now I'm going to get started. So I'm just going to pour my 250 milliliters of boiled watermelon juice into this bowl. And I'm going to mix in the 2 grams of sodium alginate. Now I'm going to blend it. Okay, and I'm just gonna set that aside. And so now I'm going to take my 500 milliliters of tap water and I'm going to mix in my 5 grams of calcium lactate. And I'm just going to blend it with my immersion blender. Okay. So now I'm going to set that aside as well. And I'm going to wait for both of these. I'm going to wait for as long as it takes for all the air bubbles to get out of both these mixtures. Okay, and so now while I'm waiting for all the air bubbles to get out of these, I'm going to explain the chemistry behind spherification. So, the sodium alginate in this watermelon mixture, when it touches the calcium and the calcium lactate in this mixture, the sodium ions replace the calcium ions to form calcium alginate, and that calcium alginate forms like a thin gel membrane around the watermelon juice, which allows it to become a sphere filled with the juice. And that chemical is, or that compound also is non-soluble, so it won't mix with the water, which is why we are able to remove it. And that is what I'm going to be doing today. Okay, so now it's been 2 hours later, and as you can see, most of the air bubbles are gone. So I just kept both these mixtures in the fridge for 2 hours covered in saran wrap. And so now I'm actually going to start making the caviar. So I'm just going to take my syringe and suck up some of the watermelon juice. Doesn't have to be a lot. And then I'm just going to slowly drop it into the calcium lactate mixture. And so when you're doing this, just make sure you're not overcrowding the bath. And so I'm just gonna stir these around for a second. Make sure all these are completely covered in the mixture. And when you're stirring, just be very gentle. Okay, and then once they settle down, just transfer into the tap water. And so that was my bigger floured spoon. Unnecessarily. Okay, and so then once they're in the tap water, just swirl it around a bit. This is just to rinse off any excess chemicals. Okay, and then once they're done rinsing, you can just put it on a plate and enjoy. Okay, so I made some more, and this is what the end result looks like. So, you can enjoy this on its own, or you can eat it on some ice cream. Or if you want the exact look of real caviar, you can make these with balsamic vinegar instead of watermelon juice, and it'll get that same exact look. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Thank you very much.